In this class, we are going to discuss about bandwidth and quality factor. Now, bandwidth, the difference between upper cutoff frequency, that is f2, and lower cutoff frequency, that is f1, at which power is half the power at resonance, is known as bandwidth. This is the power at resonance. If this is the current flowing in the circuit, at that current, what is the power? P is equal to I square R. If R is the resistance of the circuit and current is the current flowing in the circuit at resonance, is known as the power at resonance. And corresponding to frequency f1 and f2, these f1 and f2 are the frequency at which power is half of the power at resonance, that is p1 is equal to p by 2. Now the difference in f1 and f2 describes the selectivity of the resonance circuit. As lower the band gap of the circuit, this is said to be sharply resonant and highly selective. Selective here means if this band gap is small, then this curve will be more sharp as compared to the band gap when is high, in this case is less sharp, and hence the curve which has more sharpness is the indicates that the network is highly selective as far as the resonance is concerned. Resonance curve, the curve drawn between frequency of the applied voltage and current flowing in the circuit is known as resonance curve. A and B are the half power point corresponding to the frequency f1 and f2. These are the A and B points corresponding to frequency f1 and f2. The power at point A is P1, which is equals to corresponding to current. Let current at point A is I1, at current at point B is I2. At I1 power is I square R. If current is I1, then it will be I1 square R. If current is I2, then it will be I2 square R. Because at these two instant current is same, though the frequency is different, but the magnitude of current is same, and hence these two powers will be same, and which is the half of the power at resonance when current is maximum, that is IMR. If putting the value of I1 in terms of IMR, in this case rearrange this equation, half of IMR square R, that putting this value over here under root, then this function will be IMR by under root 2 whole square, and hence we can say I1 is equal to I2 is equal to IMR divided by root 2, and this is the case when the resonant frequency is FR. Now at F1 and F2 we can find out what is the impedance of the circuit is. We know at resonant frequency Z is equal to R, because at resonant XL minus XC are equals to 0, and hence circuit is purely resistive, which is given by V by, that is this is R. In this case we can say V by Z is equal to I, and that I is nothing but IMR, which is the resonance current. Because we know that is V upon Z or V upon R is equal to IMR, then in this equation if we are putting the value of Z1, Z1 is equal to V1 upon I1, I1 is the current at frequency F1, putting the value of I1 in terms of IMR, this function can be written as root 2 V upon IMR. V upon IMR is nothing but is R. Rearrange this equation, V upon IMR is equal to R. Then hence putting the value of R over here, Z is equal to V by IMR, Z is equal to R at resonance, and hence Z1 is equal to root 2 of Z, or it is root 2 of R at resonance. Now we can determine the bandwidth. Considering the lower cutoff frequency f1, at f1 we know Z1 is equal to root 2 times of Z or root 2 times of R. At lower cutoff frequency we know at the frequency less than resonant frequency, circuit will be more capacity because XL will be more and XL will be less. We know XL is equal to 1 by XC is equal to 1 by 2 pi FC, and XL is equal to 2 pi FL. If frequency is going to reduce, then XC will going to increase, whereas XL going to reduce, and hence the difference will be more capacitive in nature, and X1 is defined as XC minus XL. We know Z1 is equal to root 2 into R, and which is equals to, at any circuit if it is having R and X, then Z will be equals to R square plus X square under root. In this case X is X1. Putting the value of X as X1, then Z1 at F1 frequency is given by root 2 R. Putting all these value in this equation and rearrange this equation at the correspondingly, when this equation is rearranged, we will find out R is equal to X1, and hence we can say at lower cutoff frequency in the given circuit R must equal to X1. Similarly, we can find out at upper cutoff frequency. Now, in this case, rearrange this equation, R is equal to X1, and then we can rearrange in equation first. In this equation, if we are going to put X1 is equal to R, then the resultant equation will be R is equal to 1 by omega 1 C, Xc is equal to 1 by C, and hence it is frequency is F1, and the correspondingly it is omega 1. Then XL will be omega 1 L. Rearrange this equation, then equation will becomes a quadratic equation. This quadratic equation, in this quadratic equation, let R by 2L is equal to alpha, and 1 by LC is equal to omega R square. And putting this value over here, this quadratic equation can be simplified as omega 1 is equal to minus of alpha plus minus under root alpha square plus omega R square. In this case, ignoring the negative sign, since we are taking only the positive root, and hence omega 1 is considered as minus of alpha plus under root alpha square minus omega 1 square, omega R square. This is the case for F1 corresponding to lower cutoff frequency. Similarly, we can determine the roots of the equation at upper cutoff frequency. At upper cutoff frequency, again Z2 will be equals to root 2 times of R, and X2 will be equals to XL minus XC, because now at resonant frequency these two were equal, but when frequency is more and increasing the frequency, effect of XL will be more as compared to XC, and hence resultant value will be XL minus XC. Putting the value of Z2 at F2, the R2 Z2 will be equals to R square plus X2 square under root, and equating these two equations, this root 2 is equal to this one, then we can have the resultant equation as this one. From this equation, we can again find out R is equal to X2, as the case in earlier case when F1 was considered. At F1 R was equals to X1. In this case, putting the value of X2 in this case, and here it is R2, sorry R, here it is R only. Putting R over here, XL is equal to omega 2 L and omega 2 C. This is over here. Then equation is rearranged as a quadratic equation. In this quadratic equation, let me consider alpha is equal to R by 2L and 1 by LC is equal to again omega R square. Then with this consideration, we can find out the roots of this quadratic equation, and the roots of this quadratic equation is obtained as omega 2 is equal to alpha plus minus under root alpha square plus omega R square, and hence ignoring the negative sign, we are considering the positive root only. From this equation we can find out omega 2, whereas omega 1 we have already calculated, which was equals to minus of alpha plus under root alpha square plus omega square. Now, in order to find out the bandwidth of this circuit, then for the bandwidth we know bandwidth is always F2 minus F1, and from here omega 2 is nothing but equals to 2 pi F2. Omega 1 is equals to 2 pi F1. Taking F1 2 pi as common and dividing by 2 pi, then we can have delta F is equal to omega 2 minus omega 1 divided by 2 pi. Simplifying this equation, it will give us 2 alpha upon pi. 2 will be cancelled out, and hence putting the value of alpha is already considered R by 2L. Putting over here, then we can say delta F resonant frequency is equal to R by 2 pi L, and from this equation we can observe that bandwidth is independent of the capacitance of the circuit. It depends upon resistance and inductance of the circuit. Now at resonance we know the frequency is FR, because if we are knowing the resonant frequency, we can find out lower cutoff and upper cutoff frequency by knowing the delta F. Delta F depends upon the circuit constant. This is FR, the lower cutoff frequency F1, the upper cutoff frequency is F2. If we are knowing the bandwidth and the resonant frequency, by subtracting this half of the bandwidth from resonant frequency, we can find out F1. This is F1. Similarly, by adding half of the bandwidth in FR, we can get F2. This is F2. From here, in this equation, we can put in the value of delta F by 2, and delta F is nothing but R by 2 pi L, and putting the value of delta F over here, then it will be FR minus R by 4 pi L. Similarly, F2 will be equals to FR plus R by 4 pi L. Now, this is the relationship for F1 and F2 by knowing the value of FR and delta F. Now we can find out the relationship between F1 and F2 and FR by multiplying omega 1 and omega 2. Then we can get the equation of is equal to omega R square. Rearrange this equation, then it will be FR is equal to F1 into F2 under root. And hence, we knowing the value of resonant frequency, we can find out the F1 lower cutoff frequency and upper cutoff frequency with known bandwidth of the circuit. Now, the quality factor. Quality factor is the voltage magnification at resonance. Voltage magnification here means voltage in inductor, voltage at resonance. At resonance, circuit behave like a purely resistive circuit, and hence at resonance the voltage across the circuit is IMR into R, whereas at resonance the voltage across inductor is IMR into XL. XL is the reactance of the circuit at resonance, whereas IMR is the current flowing in the circuit at resonance, which is maximum. And hence we can say quality factor is equal to voltage across inductor at resonance by total circuit voltage at resonance. Putting the value of XL and XL in this case at resonance XL will be equals to omega R L by divided by R, giving the quality factor, or it can be, because we know at resonance XL is equal to XC, we can put the value of XC even. XC is equal to 1 by omega RC, and hence rearrange this equation, we can get quality factor as 2 pi FR. Putting the value of omega R over here, it will be 2 pi FR into L by R. Since we know FR is equal to 1 by 2 pi under root LC in RLC series resonant circuit. This considering this value as FR, then this function can be rewritten as quality factor is equal to QF is equal to 1 by R under root L by C, or simply it can be written as 1 by 2 pi under root LC upon R by 2 pi L, which is equals to FR upon del F. By the definition, quality factor is this equation. In this equation, this function is nothing but R by 2 pi L, which is equals to the bandwidth, and this function is resonant frequency, and hence this it can be written as R by 2 pi L is del F, whereas this function is FR, and hence quality factor can also be defined as the ratio of resonant frequency to the bandwidth. Quality factor can also be defined as the ratio of resonant frequency to the bandwidth.